Are 50% of gamers women? Question mark. Do mobile games count? Question mark. Or is the industry transing? Question mark. Now, to provide context for this situation, my mentor was talking, I think it was with Alki John over at Cancel This Podcast in regards to, I think he also talked about it with Jose too, about are 50% of gamers women, right? And we know that the games industry has been going through a transition as of late. People have been laid off left, right, and center. And the only way to protect themselves from these layoffs has been to transition themselves and to become transgender, right? It's one way, it's not the only way, but it is a way to protect your livelihood and career. Another example of 50% of women being in gaming is the idea of mobile games counting. Mobile games, see, look, Lilith is laughing at that notion. If Lilith thinks that idea is crazy, you know it's fucking nuts. But there are those who push the narrative that since mobile gaming is classified as a version of gaming, that lots of women play Candy Crush, okay?
Yep.
Lots of women play games on their mobiles, right? And that can skew the figures. But we have to point out this question, and I would like an answer out of each member of the panel, so you can give your own perspectives.
Can I go first?
No. You're going last. Okay.
Not that difficult.
Okay. Lilith, you're the nuclear bomb of live streaming. If you blow up, we've got to isolate it. You're the Chernobyl of content creation. But I'm just going to point out right here, right now, we posed the question, is 50% of gaming full of females? And we're going to start off with noise pollution. Do you think that is the case? If so, why? If not, why?
Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank the two people that gave donations. You know who you are. One for, after cuts for right under 16 and one right over 9. So, with that, no, there's mobile gamers. No, I don't see it. I mean, they're playing Candy Crush. That shouldn't. No, I absolutely don't think that should count. No, I mean, if they're counting that, their results are so highly skewed, and they know what they're doing. There's no good excuse for this.
Okay, folks, I'm going to bring this up later, so I'm just going to bookmark this right now, if I can add it to the stage, right? Okay, because we're going to talk about this for the final topic. right? Speaking of content houses from the side scrollers, they've just been told who they'll be married off to, who got the worst news. Breaking news,
shit.
ladies and gentlemen. Smash JT's getting them bitches.
Yep. I mean, I'm a fan of Mally Mouse because she does have a good points of view on things. But
oh yeah, I'm a fan of Mally Mouth too because she got a good mouth. But no. In all seriousness, folks, we'll talk about that more in regards to the fourth topic because the side scrollers are great people. But Noise, please continue.
Oh. You can go past me because my connection is kind of dropping and everybody's sounding like robots. So
okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Speaking of a robot, Elijah, what do you make of this? Do you think 50% of gamers are women?
Well, I think in their terms they would have trouble defining what they think a real woman is. First.
all right.
And well, I mean, I'm just saying with the gender ideology that is going on now, they could, it's a legitimate thing. I was saying, but no, I don't think 50% of gamers are women. I just don't.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elijah, because you are a great part of this community. But look at this graphic, right? Nearly equal gender split: 48% women, 51% men. Who are the fucking 1%? Dogs? The
Right.
dogs play video games? The
No,
numbers don't add up here.
1% is the Hamas Didi fucking Palpatine Piker. He doesn't count as a human, so that's
I
the
don't-
1%.
Lilith, in all honesty, I don't think Hassan Piker is 1% of gaming, because if he is, we are well and truly.
I just was trying
Um,
to make it so.
But I will point this out right here, right now, right? I say 50%. The number is closer to about 45 to 48, but we round it up, okay?
Mhm.
And look, this is a mid-female. Who knows? This might not even be a woman.
That might be a dude named Sean.
Exactly.
Yeah,
A dude
That-
named
that's
Shawn
my
Michaels.
that's my point, because now they're saying, the gender that God gave you is not your gender, so I think the numbers are skewed. That's
Yeah, I
what
don't think our opposition know how to spell God. Never mind stand by him.
you
but,
do have a good point.
Indeed. Indeed.
They
But,
spell God Obama.
yes, they spell
Question
God.
is whether it's
They-
Mike or Barack.
Yeah, they spell God as Satn. No, that's not how you spell it. I've been hanging around Americans for too fucking long.
Nothing wrong with that.
SANFUCKSME. How about that? That's your God, progressive cocksuckers. But Jose, what do you make of this whole topic? Do you think 50% of gamers are Wimixen?
No, I mean, I would say probably closer to 70-30 if we're counting, like, if we're taking that count, the skew that they're counting mobile gamers. And then if you take out the mobile games, I would say it's probably about 80-20 in favor of men. I mean, look, if you want to count women as mobile gamers, this is now counting my mother. My mother, when I game stream, is like, why are you wasting time with those video games? And then you know what she does? She goes to bed and loads up Candy Crush. And you can just hear the Candy Crush sounds from her phone. It doesn't even process to her that she's playing a video game, all right? Let alone should it process to anybody else. My aunt was the same way. She
You sure a vibrator doesn't have a built-in speaker that plays?
not with those kind of noises. I hope not. Yeah, exactly. I just heard tasty, and also just
Speaking of-
the phone.
Speaking of side scrollers, folks, right? The founder
no.
of the side scrollers, Stuttering Craig, made this post
Yeah.
18 months ago because this narrative has been around for a while, right?
Well,
Well,
yeah.
look at the numbers. Look at the numbers from
man,
Activision.
so I was right. It's 80-20. There it is. Look, right there.
you go.
79-20. So
what-
about
You know what the most dangerous part of
I
this
wasn't
is?
far off.
folks,
the
right?
non-binary and the something else.
No, it's the fact that 4% of Activision's gamers are black.
Oh,
I do want to
Oh.
discuss things for his generous donations of
Appreciate that.
5 in his currency.
Bulgarian
Hail, brother.
Lev. Cheers
Hail.
and good evening. Will be a bit of a lurker, but it's on. Hail all. Well, thank you for your donation, Helzo. What does that take us up to now? Noise? Because you got 2 prior donations, right?
I'll count it up later.
But,
Say, look, Americans can't even do maths, never mind spelling.
look. But I will say this, and a lot of
Oh,
people.
I
are
can very well do math. I mean, that's a bit of a
He's,
reach.
he's not black, Digny.
Like when you have to find your penis is a bit of a reach.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Well, you found plenty of penises in your groupie sessions, noise.
No, I don't have nothing to do with no men. Never.
But
How do
I
you
will say-
know? You're usually blackout drunk during those groupie sessions. But in all seriousness,
I can
folks,
assure you weren't there. You weren't even born yet, probably.
I'm sorry, but Israel knows everything you're doing. But I'd like to point out, right, another
Yeah.
thing that's because this is old data. This is from a few years back, Activision,
Yeah.
right? What the fuck are 2 or more races at 7%?
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
Are they talking about mixed people?
They might be. They might be.
Okay.
But
Right, now, looking at this, I wish the demographics of the world were like this. If the demographics of the world were like the demographics of Activision, then the world would be a lot better, right? It'd be a heck of a lot harder to find a woman, but it would be a heck of a lot more peaceful and prosperous. Okay?
you know,
Go ahead, Jose. Go ahead.
Here's the part they dance around. Here's the part that they dance around why they do studies this way and skew studies up. It's because of the fact that they use these little focus groups and then they show this study not to us. They don't give a damn what any of us on this panel think or anybody else out in the world think. But what they do is they take that study over to the shareholders. The shareholders. This is the data, shareholders. And you need to listen to Kim Belair when she tells you that these are the people playing the video game. And you need to add more black lesbians to your game right now. Right now.
Noise